Hello, greetings. This is me. I've come back. So I didn't want to use this, but now I'm going to use it. I did my research and I found out that even the Shias, they are wrong in the commentaries and about certain ayats that I read, not only the Sunnis. And so the Abu Bakr idol worshipper, Omar idol worshipper, Aisha, Hafsa idol worshipper, they were right. And so, like, if you want emotions, I'll give you emotions, she asked. So, are you going to tell me that Bibi Fatma Zahra is going to come with Hazrat Abbas's two arms? Then I will tell you that I'm Radharani and I have inside of me. So, if you want emotions, I'll give you your type of emotions. Because how will this? Something needs to really crack in you. Simple, because you don't see the sacrifices of the polytheists. You don't see how true they are. I have bodies of polytheists. I have the spirit of the true martyrs inside of me. You remember that if you are a Shia and you come here, एनु मन ते से अजमाते से एनु दिल दे दुखरे सुनाते से जेरा हर मुश्किल हल करता है पंजतन दा पाक कराना है I never got my mushkil held, solved through Panjatan Pak. I pleaded for my mother. I pleaded that Miss Disa come back to me. I pleaded for a good life that we pray in our kunut during namaz. A good family life, being a good daughter, obedient to my parents, kind, beseeched God, did Makramal, said duas with my heart. My cousin would come and say, no, you're not praying with your heart. How else can I pray with my heart? So not any other Shia can know what you are suffering or how you prayed with your heart. Because he told me that when he prays with his heart, his prayers come true. Well, then we were told that the Dajjal will come with his eye, and he will say, I will give you everything if you follow me. That's what my aunt Muqaddas was telling me one day, a story. Her first marriage, on her wedding night, her father-in-law recited which hadith? Hadith-e-Kisa from the Shia side. These are just a few realities of my life, but for this, mind you, I did not leave Islam altogether and become an ex-Muslim. The reason why I've only written ex-Shia here so that I would attract Shias to come here, not Sunnis. Sunni religion, I thought, stands no chance, but of course it doesn't stand any chance. When you look at the Sunni hadiths, you see that what Prophet Muhammad really was. And when you depart from the hadiths of the Imams, and you do it properly, unbiased, unprejudiced. Because, like my father said, now my father's mother, right? Father's mother. Do you think she was this thing that, no, wait a minute. Let's say if She was not a trustworthy person, right? She was very good with her sons, her daughter's children also, but not her son's children because they were from another woman's children. So how can you get the accurate information? You can get the date of birth, like I said, Abu Talib and Abu Muttalib about the Prophet's birth. But how can you get an accurate, precise, unbiased, unprejudiced life story from the from Prophet Muhammad's grandfather, even Abu Talib, even, or Ali, even, or Fatima, even when Fatima was given the five fadak? You have to see that they don't get anything. When Prophet Muhammad were told, when Fatima said, "Father, I don't have, I want something, money or something," that was in the hadith, Sunni hadith, to just run my house a little bit, and so he said, "Oh daughter, here is the tasbih, which tasbiyat al-arba, which we recite after saying our prayers 5 times obligatory. Tasbih Fatima Zahra. Allahu Akbar, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Subhanallah," like that, right? But then how come Fadak goes to her? And so it will be circulated among the poor people? That's what you would say. You Shias would say that. Now, let's see if I can show you in a reasonable manner here if you want to cooperate, right? If you're a staunch Shia and you don't want to hear anything, and you want to hear that polytheists are nijas, and that some like this Shias have written here, which Salah ad-Din agreed to in Hashar, Surah Hashar commentary section, what some of it was given, some of their belongings were given back to the Yathrib people. You see, the thing is that when I came across certain verses in the Quran, and when I tried to understand them completely, or at least a little bit, and then I said, have I understood this? Can this be my prophet? So if you don't care about the believers, Zainab and Zaid, then don't come here. You think that Fatima Zahra, the prophet's daughter, is the Madar Ghamkhar, is the only mother on earth that has been Madar Ghamkhar since, her father was poisoned by Aisha, and this and that, and Ali and Hassan and Hussein. I didn't feel true martyr being Hussein. I didn't feel it as a Shia. I was like, where are all the martyrs? And so many Shias have died. Where is Imam Mahdi coming? I used to ask. I even asked my aunt. I said, when is Imam Mahdi coming? Like 40 believers now with him? That just doesn't make sense. Do you Shias mean to say that end of times have not yet come? So many Shias have died, been killed. So what does it have to do with Imam Mahdi? Of course it has to do with Imam Mahdi coming and bringing justice and stopping this killing of the Shias. No, he will come when there are true 40 Masumin. 40, not Masumin, 14 Masumin are all this from the Prophet Muhammad's family. Do you think Radha is not going to come? You think she's a cartoon? You can think what you like and you can say what you like here. Right? On social media, not here. I will give you a befitting answer which will be justified, but you can't hear it. You can't see it. Because you're so madly in love with Imam Hussein that even if reason comes against him, you can't see it. Some of you Shias. So who are the true martyrs? Had he not martyred anyone? But can you even hear my voice? You won't. You won't. Because you see, I'm not like now, and neither are the polytheists. You see, Kashmir, you go to Muslims, they'll tell you, oh, they killed us. This, that they're very, we have that passion and all this. Polytheists, they won't fight, they're cool, calm, do their meditation. But I was born as a Shia. I don't know what was God's planning. So now I'm giving you back your passion plays. You are not bothered. You are not bothered. Some of the belongings were given back to the Yatra people. You are not bothered about this. You are not bothered about Surat Tawbah. Polytheists were killed. And it's just good for them. They deserve to be killed. Today I'm going to prove, as I have before. How many times am I going to prove this? So the polytheist God decided, after many, many years, many years, that I will be born in a Shia family. And I had a grandaunt from my mother's side, my mother's puppy, father's sister, who had a Devi. They had to go. No, Alhamdulillah, Surah Fatiha 70 times, 140 times, that Devi would go. No, Devi said, I will not go until you go to India, put 5 diyas in the Ganges river. My mother told me this later, when her aunt had gone to America now and settled there. You see? So God had a planning. And even no Hindu is going to be able to stop me here now. Now I'm doing research on Hindu, but I can't get to the books because I feel very tired and all this. So whatever I know from the Quran and from the hadiths, from the commentaries, I even read, I forget. The only thing I'm occupied with is this, to show you, if you are interested. And I didn't want to hurt you, but when I suspect a Shia lying to me, then I get very angry. Miss Jissa used to hit the roof. If I lied or made an excuse, not to get anyone into trouble. So this is how I've been brought up, to speak the truth. Never to lie, not even in convenience. Not even, it's a deception. It's a kind of a, and if you are told that you are a Shia, you need to save your sister, or you need to save this person because we're going to kill her, we're going to, take life away from her. You can do your best. Okay, so you're going, no, the thing is that you are told that help her come to Islam again, otherwise we will have to confine her. But in this prison, I'm already in prison, right? Because they wouldn't allow me to meet my principal. This is a declaration of immunity. Bismillah is missing in this verse. ask yourselves, was it the polytheists' fault that Bismillah was missing? Now Muhammad is going and his Allah is a shaitan. I tried my best for years trying to understand that pathetic story, which the Bible also has, but little variations. How could how could Iblis do this? How could Allah allow him to do this? Isn't there a better way then? In the end, I said, my God, I don't believe in evil, the philosophy of evil, or the belief in evil like this, in a religious way. So go out about in the land for 4 months and know that you cannot weaken Allah. You see, the Christians also I've seen, they won't, they don't have that soft corner for polytheists. They call Muhammad a demon, a pagan idol worshipper. Right? So departing from the Christians also, and they promote their own Bible and all this. They don't have much to care about polytheism or polytheists. Except those of the idolaters. You see, they will not give you these verses against the idolaters so much as they will go straight to Ahle Kitab verses in Surah Tawbah 29. And I knew this was coming as I read the minds of those. I knew what the Shias have done behind in the, and why they're allowing these Christians to do this. Shias may be sitting behind laughing. I mean, in fact, a Shia here, he's very rich. And my uncle is very rich. You know, he can give money. Dr. David Wood was asking for donations. I didn't have a penny. I didn't have a credit card. I didn't know how to use Google Play. Where to get it from. Now I know. Shias could be paying donations. So I knew it was coming against me. I am all alone. I don't trust one Christian. I trust in this thing here. So looking at this, not even a Christian, but I am grateful that someone came here. Although this Christian called to offer, he knows the hadiths, Sunni hadiths, but I'm sorry. Yes, against Salahuddin, I don't even know. But we're not going to concentrate on Sunnis. Sunni Islam doesn't stand a chance because, you see, neither does Shia Islam anymore. I can go to the hadith and what Aisha reports is true against Prophet Muhammad. What is reported in the Sunni hadiths is true against Prophet Muhammad, how he got apostates killed. But if you still want to cry on Hussein and see that he's oppressed, we're oppressed by the Sunni extremists, you can do that. But you're not going to come here and divert and deflect, detract me. They sent Salahuddin, you see, just to detract me from the Shia side. And then the hadiths, now going back to Sunni hadiths. Now how many days did I spend with Salahuddin? Oh my goodness, brothers, sisters in humanity, Are you making a fool out of myself, me? कितना तंग करोगे? कितना बेवकूफ बनाओगे मुझे? दुनिया को तो बेवकूफ बनाया है तुम लोग शियाओं ने। हमें तो बेवकूफ बना दिया था, मेरी माँ को भी। कितना बेवकूफ बनाना है? कितना बेवकूफ समझा है मुझे तुम शियाओं ने, जो इधर आते हो। हाँ, कुछ नहीं कहो, हम शिया हैं, हमारे दिल। अच्छा, तुम लोगों को कुछ नहीं कहें, लेकिन वो पॉलिथिस्ट कुछ नहीं कह सके ना, अपने टेम्पल को डिफेंड कर सके, ना अपनी लाइफ्स को डिफेंड कर सके। मुझे क्या बेवकूफ समझा है क्या? इतना तो बेवकूफ तुम लोगों ने मुझे बना लिया। बड़े चालाक हो तुम लोग। कितना बेवकूफ समझते हो? How much of a fool you think I am, and you can fool me? Do you think I don't see through Salahuddin? Do you think I don't see through your setting ups here? That you lead me to Sunni hadiths? अरे तुम लोग जालिम से जालिम हो। तुम लोग वो जालिम नहीं हो एक्सट्रीमिस्ट की तरह सुनी, तुम लोग तो उससे भी बदतर हो। तुम लोग वही हो, फितना। तुम लोग दोनों की तरफ से हो। तो अगर राधा रानी आएगी अपने पॉलिथीस्ट की बॉडीज लेके, मार्टर्स की, मक्का से बुला रही है अपने शहीदों को, मैं भी बुला रही हूं। मैं, आई एम राधा रानी, यू अंडरस्टैंड? गमखार मैं भी हूं। फदक मैंने नहीं मांगा था, ना फदक के लिए मैं लड़ी थी। None of my polytheists broke houses, made them live in Yathrib. Even when your Allah and Prophet was saying, defend yourselves and fight them, my polytheists did not fight them. Quran ayat mein likha hai. And what did Allah say? They are hypocrites. My polytheists would allow you to be Shias. In fact, Imam Hussein also knew that Hindustan will help him. But I wondered if the polytheists would be killed there and Islam would be spread there. That's why Yazid's army didn't allow him. He asked Yazid's army. There is an article on that. I'm not going to go for it. But he said there sometimes in the majlis, or no, there's an article which says that Imam Hussein pleaded to Yazid's army that now that you've killed my all, don't kill me, because that would now, no, whatever Imam Hussein said goes not with the Quran ayats, doesn't go with Islam. They already killed the polytheists. They already expelled them, gave them time to go away from Makkah, otherwise they'll be killed. So if they expel Prophet Muhammad, they expel Prophet Muhammad because he was harassing them. Can you not see this much? That after all, he wants to establish his religion, and after all, he did in Makkah. And he said, this house is Abraham's house, Ismail and Ibrahim. Eventually, he was going to do this. He can't accept the polytheists practicing their religion, so he put the blame on them that they broke the pacts and they kept breaking pacts. Read through the lines, for goodness sake. So you sent Salahuddin, Sajwanis, Shias. You know my uncle has a Imam Barga in Dubai. Hussaini Zahra, right? And you know his wife's nephew is a billionaire here. Sajwani family. Hussain Sajwani, you know? I'm alone here. And I only get, because I have to pay my rent. So what I get, half of it goes to my rent. What am I left with? And I don't even have that much energy. I can do one thing at a time. So I knew somewhere the Christians have made a mistake. I pointed it out. Because I'm not going to get carried away. Neither are you going to fool me. Let me not say much. Now, like my grand aunt used to say, to someone, don't let me open my mouth much. Right? So if you want to distract me, remember those shaheeds. True shaheeds in Makkah were polytheists, not Hussein. That was an after effect of what his grandfather did. Can you blame Yazid? Today, of course, I want not one Shia to be hurt, harmed, feelings even. So daughters, who Pakistan, my mother's Pakistani. You see, in Pakistan, mostly the husbands had one wife. We weren't used to having two wives. In Arabia, it's different. My father was living in Pakistan. He studied. He was also brought up in Pakistan. Right? My mother didn't know he had a Emirati, was an Emirati and this. And, no, she was not after the money. She was a very generous woman, girl, at the age of 13 and younger, when she was younger. Okay, now where am I? Back to the thing is that don't distract me. The true Shaheed, as it is very difficult. One side of the Quran coming from one side. So if you care for the Shias, know that I have cared for the Shias and daughters. You know, a girl got married at 13, would not want, even Fatima Zahra didn't want Ali to get married while she was married to him, to another woman, or have mutas. Yeah, she stipulated that in her nikah, we are told, or we can stipulate that in our nikah as Shias. And do you know what happens? Well, my father got married and I got very disturbed. I can sit and open the Quran and read the Quran and You see, hurting feelings. When you've promised your daughter that you will not get married, the wife can say, okay, you promised your daughter that you would not get married to another woman in her childhood. You, as a Shia father, put your hand on your daughter's head and lied, and taking her sake, her head's sake, that you are not married and you were married. You know, Shias can lie to that extent to save what save is. Afterwards, we found out, anyways. And at that time, I found out through his brother's wife. So, peace in the house where? Because, you know, stepmothers you can't rely on. There are people in Pakistan also have problems. I know someone. She felt that her stepmother was doing black magic on her. Case like Cinderella can happen in Pakistan. So hurting another's feelings and all this, there's so much negligence in this religion. You don't care about the daughters. I thought, you know, first when I was young, like my father, if he has, you know, you can't, Islam gives the man the freedom to go and get married without even, like, you make your family sit down. Another, my grandaunt's husband got married. The son who was attached to his father used to carry his father's shirt. Told me when I went to my grandaunt's place that I miss. Oh yeah, that was when he was missing his father and his father was in Oman. Right? He was holding his father's t-shirt. Sorry, not t-shirt, shirt, white shirt. Like Yusuf Yaqub case. So why is my grandaunt crying when she comes from Oman? They're Muslims, right? A husband can get married again without even telling the children, preparing the children, the wife, that I'm going to go and marry someone. I'm getting another wife. No, you don't. In Islam, my father told me. I think the ulamas told him here, big ulamas, that you don't have to tell your wife that you're going to get married and prepare your children. It's not it's not the father's duty, neither the husband's duty to do this, prepare his first house. I'm from my father's first wife. My mother was the first wife. So you can't prepare the children to breaking houses, feelings, disturbing. And how do you know how your stepmother is going to treat you? Islam gives a guarantee of that? Huh? No. Here you can see, with so many wives, Prophet Muhammad has failed. Zainab bin Josh's marriage with her second marriage as a widow. You know how you're supposed to take care of widows. Why in the world would you tell? Is this a toying of lives? If, let's say, someone gets married and divorces and marries and divorces and marries and divorces, where are the blessings also here of Prophet Muhammad when he's alive? Surah Ahzab, ayat 36 to 37. When believers don't have a say, you better be sure, guarantee that their marriage will last forever here. Zaid can get married to other women, but his marriage with Zainab will not break. And Zainab, like a good Muslim, obedient to Allah and His Messenger against her choice, will go on in this marriage as a good wife. That's what it was supposed to be. Where is your mind? How do you reason? In the first step, your reason is faulty, your logic is faulty. You are only thinking of yourselves, maybe. So I have to give you a slap on your face like this, right? And not a real, like physically. But now, you see, you send Salahuddin, you send others to divert my attention, Mukesh and all. You see, you can't see. Maybe it's fear, maybe it's that, it's your religion. I was at a very young age thinking, you see, you can't even leave gambling for your religion. You can't leave wine for your religion. I mean, I'm not trying to put you down, but this is a reality, right? But then if you see your daughter leaving religion, it's emotionally very, like you're possessive, you're possessive father, you're possessive Shia. It's your ego that doesn't want anyone to leave your religion who has come in the religion. If there was no ego, it would not bother you. At least she wants to be a good person. At least, then. How come like only Hussein can put in humanity in you? You people, what about other human beings who are humane? That's just Allah testing us? That's so terrible. So that is really unjust and cruel and of you people thinking like this about others who are humane. Okay? I will come back later, continue with this.